In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my fully automated barn setup. With the new update version 3.6, I finally found a setup that I'm happy with, so I'm going to be showing you around it today. So here's all of the equipment you will need to run this. So there's going to be 18 pots. I've jumped back into drying racks just so I can remove fertilizer from it, so it's one less route that I have to take. So if we start off with the shelves, the cauldrons and the lab ovens, we chuck the mixers in and we chuck the brick press and the safes. That'll do for now. So in here it's completely empty. We're going to want to put one shelf here, here, here and here. And we'll come over this side, we're going to place two over here. And then we want one over here. I already had this shelf set up there for the soil, so I just left it in. So you need two shelves there. So we put that on there. That's all of the shelves. So now if I grab the mixing stations will go in front of these four shelves over here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then opposite them, we're going to put the lab ovens. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to place these right in front of them. Try to get everything as close together so employees have as little walking to do as possible, because that's where they slow down so much. So now we're going to grab the pots so we can place them out. Might as well grab it all now. So like I said, this is going to be 18 pots. This isn't going to produce a massive amount, but this is quite end game, so you can just leave it and just let it run by itself. So we're going to have 8 this side, no, 9 this side. That's the first day. So let's line up these ones. So you're going to go another 9 down here. Symmetry is everything to me. One there. And put that on there. We're going to have to move this one now. So just put it there, just line it up. So I'll quickly place the racks and the lights, so I'll speed it up. Right, okay, so now that that's done, we'll grab the drying racks. I hate drying racks, they slow down the process so much, but you can just chuck them in and like I said, it saves the fertilizer. So it's going to be 6 pots and 2 drying racks per botanist. You're going to need 3 botanists to run this. And then we chuck a couple of safes over here just for extra storage, and then the brick press. The space in this I absolutely love, and it just runs. I like it not being too cluttered, it just does as much as you need. You can obviously make more, but it just gets really difficult to make it automated. So now we grab the lockers, which again are just massive space savers. As you can see up here, I've got like 8 beds, and you usually have to have 2 downstairs. I think you can get it so there's 9 up here, but we can just get rid of all of these beds, and now we can place the lockers. So again, you can make a lot more space by making them back to back, but we don't really need them like that, so I'm just going to bung them in like this, make it a nice area. So you're going to have 6 up here, and then we're going to put another I'll place a bed over here just so I can have somewhere to sleep, and then we'll place 4 down here in this corner. Okay, so that's all of the lockers placed. I just think it looks so nice and spacious. Oh, okay, that needs to be moved up. And there we go. That's all of the equipment placed. So that's what should we do now? Should we set up the roots? No, let's do the shelving. I'll just chuck them away to be honest. Do, do, do. It just looks so nice. I just love the flow of it. It just seems so nice. So, right, let's set up the filters on here. So with the new update, you can now whitelist and blacklist items. So you just click on the whitelist of the items you want in. So this is all going to be gasoline. This is the most repetitive part of it, but once it's set up, it's just set up for good. So your handlers aren't going to mess up. Everything's going to be where you need it to be, and this is going to take a good 5 minutes to get all of this sorted, but it's worth it in the long run. Like I said, once it's done, it's done. So you want the gasoline over here. These 2 shelves are going to be for the cocoa seeds. So where are they gone? There they are. I'm sure there's a quicker way of doing it, but the update's literally just come out, so this is my first sort of work through of trying to set up fully automated with the new update. Right, so that's all done. They're all for seeds, and then this is going to be the botanist source. So in here, you're going to want 6 seeds and 2 for soil. And then soil, and not one more soil. Again, you've got to be using the extra long life soil. It just saves so much on the deliveries. Oh, what am I doing? I'm putting soil. I don't need that many soils, right? So quickly take them out. You can just X them out and they go away. You can also blacklist items so they don't go in there. But as long as you whitelist, put what you want in there, it's fine. Obviously, whitelist is allowed. Blacklist is not allowed. Okay, so now we're going to skip on over to the mixing stations. And so I'm running a 2 mix cocoa seeds, and I'm using Kook and energy drink. It's just quite a cheap, easy um, mix. It's highly addictive. It gives you the energize perk, so if you take it yourself, you can sprint around really well. So that's all Kook. This one here is going to be the energy drink. Like I said, I'm really sorry about this part of it. This is just really tedious, but once you've done it, you've done it. And I just wanted to do a full video showing every part of it so you can see exactly the workings of how it's all done. Right, so that is the last kook, and we go over here and we do Red Bull again, or not Red Bull, but energy drink. And there we go. So you can also set it on to the actual mixer as well. If you notice, every now and then the handlers mess it up, so this just stops that. In theory, it shouldn't happen because it's only going to be the ingredients behind being put over there, but it just takes an extra minute, doesn't it, to just set it up properly. So, like I said, it's a two mix. So there's two lots of mixers. Both is coop going into energy drink, and then the same on the other one. Right, that is finally all of the filters done. Sorry about that. I know that took a while. So now we need to set up the employees. Well, actually, I'll quickly do a delivery. So that way it's ready for once of in the mornings and employees can start filling it up. So it's just 160 Coke and 160 energy drinks. It's nice and cheap, nice and easy. I prefer big products to go on the shelf so you can actually see them. With stuff like the paracetamol and Viagra, you can barely see them on the shelf, so it's difficult sometimes to tell if you're running out of stock on them. I'll also order in some gasoline. How many of them do I want? I want 240. Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be 160 on the shelf and then 20 for each of the cauldrons. So now I've made it so all stock goes to all mixing products go to loading bay 2, and all of the soil, gasoline, and seeds will always go to loading bay 1. It's just an easy way of remembering it. Right, so let's do the chemist first. So just like before, now it says locker. Grab it, hit the locker symbol, come up to the locker, and just select your source. I like how it's got a little yellow bit on it to show you which ones are which. And come down, and this chemist will just be handling all of the mixing. So we just hit every single mixer for that one, just assign, and then hit its source. Okay, now he's done. Next one, again, locker up the stairs. It'll probably take me about half an hour to set this up. But like I said, once you've set it up, he goes to the lab ovens. Once you set it up, it is just once a day you just order stock to loading bay 2, and that's about it. And then that's all you have to do. It's nice and simple. Once a week, you order seeds to load in bay 1. The only thing that I will have to do manually is obviously the ordering and filling up the soil and the gasoline, but they don't happen that often. So he's going to do all the cauldrons and that. Oh, I hate when you do that. So it's this one I missed. And then back over to this one. So that's all of the chemist set up. So now I need botanist. Oh, I don't think I've got enough botanists because this is my previous setup. I'm gonna have to sack a couple of these. Get rid of one of the twins. Yeah, you're giving me a bit of side eye there, Brendan. Yeah, you can go. John's alright. I'll get rid of Brendan. Yep, see you later. And should we get one of the twins? Let's get rid of Jeffrey. See you later. So I'm gonna just quickly run over to the warehouse to get two more botanists. Should have done that before, really. So here we are at the warehouse. I'm assuming by this point everyone knows how to get employees, but if not, just run up the stairs. Can I get an extra bin from him? No, they don't do bins. It's bloody annoying that. Right, run up the stairs. and grab two botanists. You can actually transfer employees between properties now. I probably could have done that, but this is just quicker. It's not a lot of money, is it? So I need two of them. So one more, please, Manny. Thank you very much. Pleasure doing business with you. Okay, let's jump back in the car. I completely stopped using the skateboard now. It's all this car. It's just it whizzes around so much. Blocks in the police. Just make so moving around in the evening so much better. We've got the new update, the voting choice now, haven't we? Anyone have any suggestions of what we should vote for? Put it in the comments and we'll see what everyone's thinking. Right, so we've got the three extra botanists now. Right, so grab her. I'll put all the botanists upstairs with the chemist. You can do this in any order you want. I'm just a bit OCD and like to keep everything nice and organised. Right, so jump down. This is the source for all three botanists. So grab six, the first six along here. And then let's do these two end drying racks. You want to try to make the movement of the employees as little as possible because that's just what slows down everything, how slow they are. Oh, that's going to be annoying. The delivery's turned up. Whenever the delivery turns up, they just like squeeze into a little space and you get ones that like morph into each other. Right, so same thing again. Come down here, same source, and then another six pots. So one, two, three. It's quite good because it actually shows you that who's doing that one. So it's the three at the end here, and let's do the three at the end here, and then let's do the two end drying racks. Then we just got the two middle drying racks for the next botanist. Oh, where's he? There he is. Is that Joshua? I'm sorry, this is a bit of a longer video. I did think about doing loads of bloody transitions and speeding it all up, but I thought actually let's just do a natural playthrough and you can see step by step what's going on. So again, it's the same source and it's just going to be these last six. So no, that's here's so one, two, yeah, so it's these last six, and then it's going to be the two middle drying racks. Okay, perfect. Right, so he's done. Let's do the cleaner. Or should I just set up? Let's set up these quickly. Let's put them down. You could get away with making it fully automated if you didn't have the cleaner and had another handler, because then you'd have another five routes. But I mean, a botanist just makes so much mess and it just looks awful. And I end up just going around at the end of every night picking up all the mess. It would be so much easier just to do this, and then the cleaner can manage it. I really like the nice new squares on the rubbish bins. It just doesn't have all those stupid corners. So that should be absolutely fine. So let's grab the cleaner who's morphed into a botanist, but uh, come on, he's in there somewhere. He's got to keep on moving around until you manage to get him. There we go. Right, so the cleaner has to be down one of the downstairs lockers. Could be this one, and then get the two bins. And what I like here is it keeps it green, so it shows you. You just got to make sure that these two are overlapping. Yeah, so that's fine. So that's the cleaner sorted. Let's finish off the handlers. So we've got all of the employees set up. Or no, let's do. I'll do the pots now. So you want to do these in threes. So you click on three and then go cocoa seed and destination, and take that over to one of his drying racks, which would be the top one here. Cancel that off. Do the next three. Three. Same again. Cocoa seeds and destination to the next drying rack. It keeps the cost down not having the fertilizer and the drying racks. Obviously, the drying racks are a one-time purchase, whereas the fertilizer you get through it so quickly. You're ordering it all of the time, and it's extra routes for the handlers. I just think drying racks might start becoming a lot more prevalent in this game. These three were the end ones. So it goes there. And then 1, 2, 3 can go into one of the middle ones. Go there. And then 1, 2, 3. So now the botanists are completely set up. They just need to be paid and they start working. So now let's set up the drying racks. Destination straight over. So 2 of the drying racks are going to have to double up into the cauldrons. So you have 2 cauldrons that will fill up a lot quicker. But to be honest with you, you're not overworking the cauldrons in this system. So like I said, it doesn't produce loads, but it just produces just enough. So those 2 can go in there, and this one here can go into there. Okay, that's done. And then right, yep, that's over to there. Right, so then cauldron straight into that lab oven, and same with all of them, straight over, straight over, and into that one. And then you have to do 2 of these lab ovens into the first mixer, and then these 2 lab ovens into the third mixer. So obviously it's 2 mixers, 2 mix combinations. So then we're going to do this one. Make sure you turn the threshold up and place it into that one. Again, make sure you place the threshold up to 10, and then the destination straight to the brick press over here. And then repeat that on these 2. So threshold up to 10, destination to the second mixer, then threshold up to 10 and over to the brick press. The brick press gets put into the safe. And that is it basically set up. So everything just flows, it just works straight one to the other. So now we just need to do the handlers. So you've got 3 handlers. So locker, there'll be the 3 lockers in the bottom corner here. It doesn't need an assigned station, this is roots. So we just have this one here just doing the ingredients. Straight into the mixers. Ingredient to mixer. So it's very self-explanatory, but I'm just doing it nice and slowly like that. So if anyone does want to completely copy this, it'd just be easy to just sit there for half an hour and just do the same as what I've done. And then you've got 1 root left over, so let's do the soil into the source for the botanist. Okay, so that's that handler completely set up. Let's grab the next one. I have done him. Locker. And you are. We chuck the seeds will be over here. And we'll go into the source. So then he covers that. And then these are all going to be loading bay 2 to the racks behind the mixers. So what you'll find is you will have is just a delivery all the time sat in loading bay 2, and then as it gets stock taken for the mixing, it will just permanently reload it, and these mixing stations are always full up, never run out of product, and that's basically the only one of the main things that you need to keep on doing. Just once a day, at the end of the day, just order a delivery to the barn of your 160 Coke and 160 energy drinks, and you're good to go for the next couple of days. Once a week, you have to order seeds, and once a week, you have to manually do soil and gasoline. But I just usually run down to the shop and just grab it, run up, and just fill it up every now and then. Right, so that's all done. So we just got one more handler to set up, who is going to be putting what are they going to be? They're going to be doing the gasoline, not him, her, Linda. She's going to be doing the gasoline. So she's going to be the one that's going to be doing the brick press. So that's going to be her assigned station, and then we're going to be doing gasoline into all the cauldrons. Yeah. So that's four of her routes done. What can I do for the last one? Oh yeah, she will do the loading bay one into the seeds. So she'll do the keeping the seeds stocked up all the time. Yeah, so I need to go up to loading bay one. So that's how I always remember loading bay two is going to be products for the mixer, and loading bay one won't be used that much. It'll just be used once a week for seeds and her, and then that is everyone, all of the all of the handlers set up, all of the stations set up, and this will just manually sort itself out. So what we'll do is I'll put some money in there so they get up to work tomorrow, and then I will probably leave it for a couple of days because this will take a couple of in-game days for it all to start working. Once it started working, it'll run smoothly after that, but it takes ages for the first lot of seeds to grow up and then go through the drying rack and then get like stage by stage. It takes like 2-3 days, but once you've had the 2-3 days, the operation will just run. I like the fact that you can do 6,000 in here. It just means that you can keep this nice and topped up for a long time and not have to worry about it too much. I know you can just click it in. There's something about I like dragging it over and popping it in position. Right, so that's all of them done. Go up here, do these, do the cleaner. Okay, so this has been about a week in game. I've just left it running in the background. This is just my house. I turn the bungalow and just literally my chill house. Have a nice little smoke in the morning, and then we will head on over to the barn and see how they're getting on. Right, let's go. Bloody police. Uh, and that's why you shouldn't smoke and drive, folks. Get out of your way. God damn, he got squashed. Really shaky. Don't know what's going on with that car today. It's all over the place. Let's see if I can end it with a nice bit of parking. Bang. That'll do. Right, so here we are at the barn. Everything's up and running. And that is it. Once you've left it, leave it for a couple of days and it will just be chilled. This is, like I said, it's been left for a week and I've got 20 bricks. that the bricks only started coming over the last couple of days. I reckon it probably produces about 5 bricks a day, something like that. This is very end game. I'm at the point where I don't need a lot of stock, and that's it. My fully automated barn setup. Thank you for everyone watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.